Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're thinking about starting your own YouTube news channel or want to stay behind the scenes, then I've got an exciting tutorial for you today. In this video, I'll show you how to create your own virtual news anchor avatar using AI. No need for any expensive equipment or worrying about being on camera. Just a professional looking avatar ready to deliver your news for you. Whether you're a solo creator or you're looking to build a fully fledged news team, this tool is perfect for keeping your content fresh, engaging, and most importantly, it's faceless. I'm also going to walk you through the step-by-step procedure to get started. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be using a total of about 4 to 5 tools. Most of them have free versions, so you don't need to worry about if you want to try it out first. So the first tool I'll be using in this particular tutorial is mixart.ai. When you come to Mixart, I'm going to leave the link to mixart.ai in the description box below so that you can go check it out. When it comes to these applications, all these applications that I provide tutorials on this channel, I usually would recommend that when you come to the page, the first thing you should do is to sign up. Once you go through the sign up process, you're going to ask you a few questions. You just need to answer those ones sincerely, and then you click on start creating. So once you click on start creating, it's going to bring you to this dashboard here. So as you can see, I've already generated some images already. What you want to do is you want to come into the prompt box here and then enter a prompt of how you want your news anchor to look like. So I'm just going to say generate and read the freaking American news anchor, reading news from the screen with a white background behind her. So this is what I'm going for. So I'm expecting to see a 3D version of a beautiful African American news anchor reading the news from the screen with a background behind it. The reason why I just want to have like a plain background is just to make editing a lot more easier. In terms of resolution, I'm just going to stick to what's in here. For resolution, you can decide to choose whichever one you want, but I'm just going to go with a 2:3 because I think that's more appropriate for this particular character. So once you have that, you can decide to go in the advanced section and probably choose what type of model you want. I'm going with the first one because I want it to be as real as possible. But you can basically scroll down and see what models they have and decide to choose which one you want. So since I'm just going with the first one, I'm just going to close this now. You can also look at the pose and decide to basically bring in an image here. You can look at generation parameters, so you can decide to generate maybe 3 images at a go, or you can decide to increase the resolution to, let's say, 4K. I'm just going to keep it at HD, and I'm going to click on generate. So it's going to generate through characters. It's usually generates them within a span of 8 seconds. It could take longer, but typically it does what it's supposed to do and it does it quickly. Okay, so we have this news anchor here. It's generated the first one for us. It seems to be, this photo is a photo of a lady who is writing. I think I would go for this lady in the blue. If you don't really like the image you have, you could always generate another one. So for instance, I don't think I like any of these, so I'm probably gonna go back in and see what I can add to this prompt. So reading the news from the screen. So maybe I'll say talking in front of a screen and her hands are in front. I have a feeling that this is probably going to generate something I don't really like, but let's see. Okay, I think I like this one, to be honest. I think I like this image better. So I'm just going to download this image now. Once you download the image, typically I would want to go into Canva to do some edits. Like with this one, I probably wouldn't. What I'm going to do though is I want to remove the background. I'm going to go to this application I use. It's free, remove.bg. I have a tutorial on how I do this. I will link it in this video as well so that you can go check it out. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and drop the file here. You can click on upload or you can just decide to drop the file. So I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to go into the folder where I have the file, the image downloaded, and I'm going to just like grab the file in there. So it's going to drag it here. But the reason why I'm doing this is because it's just to make editing a lot more easier. Reason why I took a white background in the first place. And at this point, you can either go into Canva to add a little bit of brightness to the image or add any effects you would want. I really don't want to add any background, to be honest. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And then I'm going to click on download. So now that the image is downloaded, the next step for us is to go into Vide Studio. And if you watched my last video where I did a tutorial on how I create my avatar for my YouTube channel, you'd realize that I use Vide. So Vide is the application I use for all my avatar videos. I've done tutorials on similar applications as well. I'll link that as well in this tutorial so you can go check it out. But I do have like a whole playlist of how to create avatars, so I'll leave that in this video as well, so that it's easier for you, so that you can go check it out as well. So when you come into Vide Studio, the first thing you want to do is you want to click on create video. And when you click on create video, Vide Studio obviously has a free plan, so I recommend that you try it out first. If you love it, you go for the paid plan. Again, I'm gonna leave the link to Vide Studio in the description box as well, so that you can go check it out. Now that we have the image we are going for, we have the background removed and everything, the next step for us is to come into Vide Studio and basically create the video we want. Okay, so in Vide Studio, what you want to do first, you just always want to give it a title so that you can return back. Especially for me, I do a lot of videos, so it's always good for me to give it a title, just to help me stay organized. And then you click on create, then you click on standard avatar, and then you go into the folder that has the image you're going for, and then you click on that. So once you click on that, you have the image here. I need to also mention that if you don't want to like create your own image, you don't need to. You can always use the premium images. I think they're nice as well. I try to have my own custom image just because it's I feel like it's a lot more better to have your custom image, so then you don't find like 10 YouTube channels having the same type of person, which is why I prefer to have my own custom image. So now you can basically select the emotion. So I'm going to select surprise, serious, happy. Maybe I'll just say happy, and news anchor should be happy, to be honest, regardless of how bad the news is. And then as you can see, you can decide to choose a background from here. I would rather want the background to be plain, just because I'm going to edit it out anyways. But if you didn't want to like edit out the background, then what you can do is basically come here and select any background you want. So in scripts here, basically you could decide to enter your own script, or you can decide to record a script, or you can decide to upload audio. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like type in my own script in here, okay? In terms of the voice, since she's a lady, I'm probably gonna go with a lady's voice. So I'm just probably gonna go with Abby. If you don't want to use these predefined voices, what you can do is record your own voice, clone your own voice. I use 11 Labs to clone my voice. I've done a tutorial on how I do that. I would also link it on the video as well. Sometimes you don't want to use some of these predefined voices. Again, going back to my point about you having 50 same avatars or 50 different avatars on YouTube having the same voice. And sometimes you just want to add a unique touch to it, right? So yeah. So if you don't want to like clone your voice, then obviously you can just come in here and then select one of the predefined voices. So I have Abby here, and then you can enter your text. So I already have a text I generated from ChatGPT. I'm just going to use just a one line, and then Neil's going to put that in, change it. Okay, I'm probably just going to stick to just the introduction, because as you can see, the free version only gives you 10 words preview limit. So I'm just going to remove this so that we meet that restriction. That's good for now. The next step for us is to just click on generate video, and I believe it's just use 1 credit, so we have 19 credits. This is really good for a free version. It's good that you have 20 credits. So I'm just gonna click on let's go. Okay, so the video has been generated. I'm now just gonna download this video onto my laptop. Now the next step for you is to go into your video editing software, and in this case I use CapCut. So I use CapCut to edit my videos. But come into CapCut, you get into this dashboard, and I've done a lot of videos on CapCut as well, guys. My YouTube channel is a mine for knowledge. If you want to learn anything about AI, video editing, content creation, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, because every week I just release new videos on new tools I use, new AI tools, new content creation tools. So just come on the ride with me, okay? And let's click on import. So you can decide to import the video, or you can decide to drag the video in. I think I'm just gonna drag it in here. So now that you have the video in here, now we want the other video, basically the overlay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Pixabay, and I've talked about Pixabay on this channel as well. Essentially, Pixabay gives you stunning royalty-free images and also royalty-free stock. So there's about 5 million high-quality stock images, videos, music shared by a community of talented photographers, a community of talented videographers, and it's all free, okay? So you can use these videos for your YouTube channel, or for your other social media platforms. And then you select videos, get different formats here, different media formats. What you want is videos. And then you just click on search. You're just looking for a breaking news video. Okay, it goes back to images as default, but we want the breaking news one. So I'm just gonna come here. This looks nice, but I'm gonna go for this one. So I'm gonna click on this, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download it. So we just need to give it some time. And then the next thing you do is you just click on the download button, and then you select the format you want. So whether you want this resolution, you select that, and then you click on download. So now that we have that downloaded, I'm just going to drag that also onto CapCut here and drag it into the main timeline frame. And this is where I'm going to remove the background of my avatar video. And I've done a tutorial on how I do this. I'm going to link that as well. It seems like I've done so many tutorials. I'm going to link that as well in this video. So what you do is, like I said, you drag the main video in here, and then you drag in the main timeline frame, and then you drag your custom avatar on top of it. I'm thinking this is where I want it to start from. But one thing I also want to do is I want to drag my avatar to the side, because breaking news is going to show here. So I'm just going to drag it to the side as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, and then I'll click on auto removal. Okay. So now that this has been removed, and I'm just going to center it down here a bit. And then I am just going to add some audio or some music. I just want breaking news background music. I'm just going to select, I don't really have any favorites. I'm just going to go with this one here. And I'm going to reduce the sound of this volume, reduce it a bit. And I'm just going to cut it to where, yes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the voice on this one and just increase the volume. And then now let's see what we have. Okay, so I'm just going to play it, and then we see what the end result looks like. Good evening, I'm Lenny, and welcome to Lenny News Channel. As you can see, this is completed, and this looks really great. Actually, you can just go faceless with this. You don't need to show your face. You don't need any fancy equipment. You can just do this all from your laptop, and it's easy. And most of these tools are also free to use, or they do have a free version. So you can try this out for your YouTube channel and let me know how it goes. If you want to create your own custom avatar for your faceless YouTube channel, as I mentioned, I already do have a video I made on this last week, so you may want to check it out as well. In addition to that, I have a whole playlist on avatars and how to create avatars for your channel using several tools, a lot of AI tools that do this. I'm also going to link the playlist to this on your screen so that you can go check it out. But for now, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, see you in the next one.